Hello YouTube, it's the Brick Adjuster here with another Lego tutorial. Today we're going to go through the Series 14 Collectible Minifigure blind bags. I'm going to show you my tips and tricks on how to feel through the bags to get which minifigure that you want. So here we go, enjoy! So here's the checklist of all the monster collectible minifigures for this Series 14. So I'm going to go through each of them and tell you what to feel for, what the dead giveaways are in picking which one you want. Number 1 on the list is the werewolf. And the dead giveaway for the werewolf will be the long bone here. It's pretty easy to feel, long and skinny with little nubbins on the end. The only thing to be wary of is it could be confused with this broom of the witch's broom, which is also long and skinny. However, it has a triangle end, not little nubs at the end. But just feel for the bone for this werewolf. Number 2 on the list would be the zombie pirate. And the dead giveaway here would be the sword, this wide sword. It's pretty easy to feel. You can even feel the hilt of the sword as well. And the beard. The beard's pretty easy to feel as well. It's a circular beard and you can feel that inside the pack. So this is how the beard looks like, and that's the circular part I'm talking about. So you can feel around the edges here inside the pack. But if you don't feel this because it's pretty small, just feel for the sword. Number 3 on the list would be the crazy scientist. And the dead giveaway here would be the flask. This magenta looking flask with the fly on it. It's pretty easy to feel. You can feel kind of the edge here and then the little nub at the end. And it's pretty small, but you can feel this in the pack right away, and then you know it's the crazy scientist. I guess you can call him the mad scientist. He's not crazy, he's just mad. Number 4 on the list, this one is crazy, the crazy witch. And the dead giveaway here would be the broom, like I talked about earlier. This broom is pretty easy to feel. You can feel the long pole, plus there's a little hard piece at the end here, and then you got the triangle piece. You could mistaken it for the long bone, but just feel for the triangle and you will figure it out. Number 5 on the list is the man-eating plant or the Venus flytrap. And the dead giveaway here, there's 3 actually. You can feel this piece pretty easily, the big huge headpiece, and then the vine. So just in case you're not sure, because other things might be big, you might think, okay, there might be another thing that's big, but you can feel the vines too and these little ridges here and how it's curvy. So dead giveaways here for this man-eating plant. Number 6 on the list is the fly monster. And he's kind of tricky, but if you feel for the right things, you'll figure it out. First off, you'll feel the wings right away. You'll notice that it's not completely flat, they're like at an angle. So you'll feel the wings, but then you'll be like, is this the fly monster or the gargoyle? Because the gargoyle also has wings. So the next thing you have to feel for are the legs. You feel legs, and if you feel it movable, then you know it's a tall person. If you feel legs but you can't move it, then you know it's the short gargoyle. So that's the dead giveaway for this fly guy. I guess you can feel for the headpiece, but I was just feeling for the wings and the movable legs. Number 7 on the list is the Spectre or the Dementor. He's kind of tricky because when you start feeling, you're gonna feel this piece here, which is something you've probably never felt before. I know I haven't, but you'll feel this, and first when I felt it, I was like, is this the Venus flytrap guy? But then I start feeling this piece here. I'm like, okay, I start feeling this little flat piece here. And then now you're, okay, it can either be the Spectre or the Banshee. So that's a little confusing thing because she also has that exact same piece here. So what you have to think about would be first the headpiece. So the Banshee it's pretty rough. Whereas the Spectre, it's a smooth hoodie. So you feel for that. Plus, you can also feel for the chains here. So you'll feel the links, and then at the end you'll feel little studs. So there's a few things to feel for. First, feel for this, and then you can narrow it down to the Banshee or the Spectre. And then if you don't feel this, because sometimes you can't find it in the pack, then just narrow it down with this. If you feel like a rigidy hard piece, then it's the Banshee. If you feel it smooth with like a little hole, then that's the Spectre. Number 8 on the list is the Zombie Cheerleader. And for me anyways, this was probably the hardest one to feel for. But the dead giveaway, well, it's not really a dead giveaway, are the pom-poms. There's 2 of them, and if you feel circular things that you think might be a head, but if it feels rough, and there's 2 of them, then deduce that that's the pom-poms. And so this would be the Zombie Cheerleader. I thought I was able to feel this, the ponytails, but not really. So it was basically the pom-poms to feel for this minifigure. Number 9 on the list would be the Tiger Girl, aka Josie and the Pussycats. And her dead giveaway would be this whip. This whip is pretty easy to feel. It feels bendable or spongy. Plus it has a unique shape where it's long and then it kind of curves upwards. So you could think it might be the bone or the guitar or the broom, but all those are solid where this one bends. So if you feel something that's bendable like this or spongy, then you know it's the Tiger Girl. Number 10 on the list would be the Gargoyle, and we kind of talked about him earlier. The dead giveaway would first be the wings, so you feel for wings, little concave shape, and then you'll be like, is this the Gargoyle or the Fly? Because the Fly also has wings, but like I said before, if the legs are solid like this, if they're solid, then it is the Gargoyle. If the legs are movable, then it is the Fly. Number 11 on the list would be the Skeleton Boy or the Trick-or-Treater. And the giveaway for this, you would think it might be the bucket, but actually it is the handle. The handle comes separate from the bucket, and you'll feel this kind of like a rectangular shape here. So when you feel this, because it just hangs around in the bag, and you'll feel, I felt this a lot. There's lots of trick-or-treaters in the packs. I mean in the boxes. So if you feel this, you know it is the trick-or-treater, because this could be mistaken for a head. But this, right away, trick-or-treater. Number 12 on the list would be the Horror Rocker or Frankenstein, the Rock and Roll Frankenstein. His dead giveaway would be the guitar. And so first you'll feel kind of this pull piece here, and you'll be like, is this the bone or is this the broom? But then you'll find that it's short. And you might feel this at the end too. But if it's flipped the other way, this might be hard to feel, but just think, is it short? Because the broom is long and the bone is long. But this is the only thing with a pole here, or a stem, that's short. Number 13 on the list would be the Zombie Businessman. And his dead giveaway is this 2x2 tile. It's the only one in this series with a 2x2 tile. I know the Simpsons series had a bunch of these tiles, but here we only have one minifigure with this tile. So if you feel this right away, you know that it is the Zombie Businessman. Number 14 on the list is the Banshee. And like I said before, she's a little tricky just because you could confuse her with the Spectre. Both of them have similar bottom parts here. So what you have to feel for would be the hair pieces. The Banshee has a very rough feeling hairpiece, whereas the Spectre's is smooth. Plus, the Spectre has this chain, so if you feel the chain, you know it's not the Banshee. If you don't feel the chain and you feel the rough hair, then you know it's the Banshee. Number 15 on the list is the Bigfoot or Squarefoot because he's Lego. And his dead giveaway would be the camera here. If you take this camera and you feel for it, you'll feel like a little rectangle. And you might think, is this the suitcase of the businessman? But then you'll be able to see this little circular piece when you press it against this lime green background. So when it's inside the plastic here, or foil, and then you start pressing around, you'll be able to see, I don't know if you can see it on camera there, but you'll be able to see this circular, there you can kind of see it there, the circular piece there. And then you know that's the camera. So then that's Bigfoot or Squarefoot. And number 16 on the list is Lady Vampire or the Spider Lady. And she's probably the easiest to feel for because all you feel for is this bottom piece. It's like a triangular piece and it's pretty easy to feel in the pack, and she's the only one with this piece, unlike previous series where we had like a wizard and a princess, where this one, we only have one minifigure with this piece and it's very easy to feel inside the pack. So look for this triangular piece to feel for the vampire lady. So this concludes this Lego tutorial for today. This is the Brick Adjuster signing off. Thanks for watching and we will see you guys in another video. Bye!